Rich, poor and the CEOs, the cars of Bengaluru flood zone have been the worst impacted. Images emerge of water entering parking lots and basements of many buildings located in south, east and northern areas of the city. Cars were submerged and vehicles partially underwater in many areas in Bengaluru due to the heavy rainfall. Residents are fretting over the damage to the vehicles and how to get insurance claims. Experts are unanimous on one thing though. Never start your car if its engine has been submerged. It may lead to extensive engine damage and nullify your insurance cover. We're being joined by Tina Jain Kaushal, Senior Editor of Business Today. First, I want to ask Tina, what is it one thing that one must remember before claiming an insurance for the citizens of Bengaluru whose cars have already been damaged by the water seepage?
Yes, we are seeing the cars of Bengaluru submerged in water. So one important point to keep in mind is that don't drive in flood water, because in insurance, inconsequential loss is not covered. By inconsequential loss, I mean loss that has occurred due to some of your action. So if you drive your car in flood water, chances are high that water will enter into the engine of the car, which will damage it. So first thing you have to remember that you don't have to drive in water. And second thing is, in these trying times, it's always good to have certain add-ons with your car. So there's an add-on cover called engine protection car, which covers this inconsequential loss. So in case something by mistake or not, if you are not like conscious of that fact and by mistake the water enters into the engine of your car, there's an add-on cover called engine protection car, which will protect your car from the which will insure your car engine of the car from the water damage. So these are the important points one should keep in mind.
All right, so what are the different kind of claims that are available? There are many kinds of claim settlements. So as far as the Bengaluru people are concerned, whose cars have been damaged, engines have been damaged because of the water seepage, what is the kind of claim that one can take, and what is the claim settlement ratio on that, just so that they do not get their hopes up a little too much?
So claim settlement process has become much simpler. What I will advise is, if there is a water damage, immediately take the pictures of your car, because at the time of settlement, it will really help your case to show that how the damage was done to your car. So first, clearly take the pictures of your car. Also, immediately call the call center number of your insurance company and register the case, because if you delay the case, the chances of not getting the claim get increased. So as soon as the damage has occurred and you are in a position to call the insurance company, call them. And in these trying times, we have seen that insurance companies always have some helpline numbers or immediate numbers where you can register these flood insurance claims. So there must be some nodal agency in your city. You have to go to the website of the company, check the helpline numbers specially made for these flood claims, and this will help in as soon as possible settlement of your claims.
And what are the conditions under which insurance claims get rejected? I mean, we do know that when one does not, renew the insurance claims or drive modified cars without intimation, or there's a delay in the intimation as far as the claims are concerned. These are the many obvious reasons why claims are not settled by insurance companies. Anything else that the people in Bengaluru need to remember? Because I'm pretty sure they must be very anxious about what happens next to these very expensive cars.
So some of the obvious reasons when insurance claim get rejected is when you only have third-party insurance and not having the own damage cover. We have generally seen that people have just third-party insurance because it is mandatory. So it is always advisable to have a comprehensive insurance cover, because if you don't have own damage, then your insurance is not complete and you might not get the damage, you might not get the reimbursement for the damage. And the second thing is, we have seen that inconsequential loss is clearly rejected in insurance companies. So if you if you by mistake also cause damage to your car, by like the example I have given, if you drive in the
so you're talking about the claims that come out of consequential losses, which means that if you drive your already damaged car and then that causes damage to your engine further because you are driving a damaged car already, then your claim can perhaps be rejected, right?
Right, clearly.
So that means that all the cars that have been damaged and people who want to claim insurance on those particular cars, they should not drive it unless and until the insurance company comes, does a recce, monitors, and then gives the feedback whether they can claim or not. Is that one thing that the viewers must remember?
Your voice actually is not reaching me. There's some problem.
Can you hear me now?
Not much actually. It's fading away.
We'll request the producers to fix that audio with you, Tina, and come back to you in just moments from now. Priyanka Rudrappa, meanwhile, is joining us live from Bengaluru. Priyanka, we've told our viewers about in what conditions insurance can get rejected, what is the process of claiming the insurance as well, and Tina will be joining us to expand this further. But just to get a sense from you, are there many luxury cars lying around in Bengaluru that have been damaged because of this?
Chaiti, the incessant rainfall in Bengaluru has affected a lot of people. I'm in Yemlur. This is one of the prominent areas in the city where a lot of luxury apartments, which is further down this road, were affected. A lot of their condos and their luxury cars were also affected in this road. This entire stretch of road, as you can see, right now there is no water. The water has been cleared. It has been pumped out as of now. But if you had seen the visuals from yesterday, you could see that people were being ferried from one part of this road to the other side on tractors. So their cars were stuck, submerged in waters. So these are some of the luxury apartments around as well in the neighborhood. So there's been incessant rainfall in Bangalore. So this is not the only neighborhood which has been affected. A lot of other areas where there are luxury condos were submerged. Some remarkable visuals were shared on social media as well. As you can see, this is a stormwater drain here which has been overflowing. The flow of the water has decreased today compared to the last couple of days. So there are a lot of apartments in the neighborhood as well. According to the locals, some of them they had encroached. They claim that the officials claim that the encroachment of this stormwater drain has also led to overflooding. These are some of the apartments which saw waterlogging as well. Right now they are pumping out water. A lot of their vehicles were submerged and got affected because of this incessant rain.
Continue to hang on right there with us. Tina Jain Kaushal, senior editor of Business Today, is back with us. Tina, the question I was asking you earlier was about claims that arise out of consequential losses as well. So what I was trying to make a point about is that your car is already damaged because it's submerged in water, and after the car is damaged, you try to drive your car further, impacting your engine. So your engine gets damaged as a consequence of that. In this particular case, the insurance company will be rejecting the claim, correct? So if you could just educate our viewers what to do and what not to do.
So clearly, if your car is stranded in water, you don't crank up the engine. You just get out of the car and leave it there. When the water comes down and when you are in a position to drive, then drive. But don't drive and try to get to some place in the in water, because it will clearly damage your engine. So first step is clearly park your car somewhere in the side. Don't drive. That's the one thing. And another thing is it might be difficult to get the add-on cover, but for later, I will always advise to have the engine protection cover. So in that case, this inconsequential loss will also get covered.
Does that hold true for two-wheelers as well? Because you have a lot of luxury two-wheelers as well. You have cars that, you know, are top of the line spectrum. Is this standard for everybody, or is it got to do with which segment your car belongs to?
It's a standard for everything. So whether it's a two-wheeler, it's a private, or it's a commercial car, you have to practice these things only. So you have to take you don't have to take any action which can further damage your car. You have to leave it then and there and immediately call the insurance company. It applies across the vehicle categories.
Many people must be having just a third-party insurance, right? Or may not be having that third-party insurance. So unless and until it's a full cover, can they claim it?
So yeah, motor insurance has two components, own damage and third party. Most of the people have third party,
Yeah.
especially we have seen in two-wheelers because it is mandatory on road. So if it is only third party, you will not get the insurance cover for motor for the flood loss. You need to have a comprehensive insurance to get the claim settled.
And as far as even in the comprehensive insurance is concerned, when they approach the insurance company, what are the few things that they really need to keep in mind?
So when you reach the insurance company, first of all, don't delay in calling them. Immediately call. There are helpline numbers available. Call on these numbers. Have the photographs clicked of the damage, and the surveyor will come to your place. If it's not in a driving position, then the surveyor can come down to your place, or the mechanic. You can bring it to the nearest mechanic center, whatever is available, and there the surveyor will come and assess your car. So actually the motor claim insurance will take around 1 week, and in some companies it will take much lesser than 1 week. And then we have a facility of the video settlement also. There are few companies that are doing video settlement if the threshold limit is somewhat lower than 20,000 or something. So you can try that also. You can check the website of the company. If the video settlement is possible, you just have to take the pictures of the car, upload it, and then through AI settlement, through AI knowledge, the settlement is done. So you have to find out what kind of service the insurance company is giving for the speedy settlement of the claim.
And what would you advise? There's one which is a cashless insurance, and correct me if I'm wrong, and one is a reimbursement claim insurance as well. In this particular case, what should people apply for?
Clearly, cashless is much better because money will come immediately in your account. You don't have to wait for the settlement of the bills and then the clearance will come. So any given day, go to the mechanic who provide you cashless service if it's available nearby. If there is no choice, then you have the reimbursement option with you. But clearly, without thinking, go for the cashless.
And in cases like this, do you think, Tina, that there have been cases where claims have been rejected despite there not being any consequential losses, as we discussed earlier?
Yeah, we have seen that claim rejection has always been a sore point for policyholders and insurance companies. But in these tragedies, we have seen when there is eventualities like flood or earthquake, we have seen that insurance companies are generally forthcoming and give the claims. It's in other, like in general claims that we have seen that problems comes across. But if it's a genuine case, and their paperwork is complete, we have seen that insurance companies actually live up to the moment and give, unless and until there is some major fault in the paperwork or with the insurance policy.
And can this strip you of the benefit of the no claim bonus if you go ahead and claim this insurance this time around?
So no claim bonus, yeah, no claim bonus is given if you don't have a claim in the entire tenure of the policy, which is 1 year. So yeah, if you claim, certainly there's a claim in the policy and it will affect the no claim bonus of the next year, which is generally 0 to 50% depending on the year of the motor insurance policy. So yeah, it is often said that if the claim amount is very less, then you compare it with the NCB amount. So you should see that if the NCB of the next year is more than the claim amount you are getting, then you might not benefit out of making a claim. So you have to see these points also before making a claim. But in flood, in case of flood, if the claim amount is huge, you should certainly go for it.
And is there a restriction on the number of claims you can file? So say one of these cars or many of these cars have already claimed an insurance this particular year after they renewed the insurance policy or bought a fresh one, and then they apply for an insurance because, you know, who would have predicted this would have happened to their car? So is there a restriction that you can only claim one insurance claim per year, or is there multiple times you can go ahead and claim insurance? How does it work?
Yeah, there is no such restriction. You can claim twice or thrice as happened with you. The only thing is there is insured declared value of the car. So in case of total loss, if the car has totally got damaged, then the insurance company will pay you maximum ITV value, which is given at the time of taking the policy. So that's why it is often said that people have the tendency to lower their ITV value so that the premium amount come down. But in case of total loss, you only get the IDV value. So properly fill your IDV value, because in trying times like this, if the total damage is done, you will get the IDV, and if it's done corrected, you will get the fair value of your car. So answering to your question, you can claim as many as time. There is no restriction like you can claim once or twice.
And what about the car resale value after one has claimed insurance on their car? Because, you know, many times you claim the insurance and then you're in for a rude shock that the resale value has gone down, especially for the luxury cars. The top of the line luxury car owners will have this particular question.
Yeah, so certainly any damage affects the resale value of the car. So if the engine has got affected in the past, or there are some other accessories loss or something else major damage has been done to the car, certainly it will affect the resale value of the car.
All right, stay on with us right there, Tina. We'll come back to you in moments from now.